so you'll be able to, good evening, they'll be able to answer questions if I miss them. Now, you've had enough of looking at me. Turn it around. Okay, just so you know where we are, we're in Corpach. Okay, oh, actually, while we're here, because now I remember, that's a little map. Okay, so that's showing you Scotland. I don't have the maps on my phone for some reason. The app and my phone are refusing to speak to each other. So I've put a little blue circle around where Fort William is. Okay, so that's so you can kind of get your bearings. And then I'm going to pop another one in, which is showing you where we actually are tonight. So there's a little red circle around Corpach Basin, which is where we are. There's a red circle around Fort William, so that you can kind of get your idea, so you've got your bearings, and hopefully that will help for the people who really enjoy looking at the maps. It's not something I've done on purpose. I just literally can't get them to work. We've tried everything, so we just have to keep trying. Now, where we are, we've got a tiny little lighthouse here. It's such a cute wee thing. I'll just take you over. Now, the water beside us is Loch Linnhe. If you were to go straight ahead, it would bring you to Loch Linnhe. Loch Linnhe is a sea loch, and we're on the west of Scotland. And this is the start of the Caledonian Canal, which goes right across Scotland from Corpach, Fort William to Inverness. So you should be able to see the lighthouse, and it does have a little light, tiny little light flashing there. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but yeah. So this was built in 1913, I think it was. Cute little thing. I mean, it's just a dinky little thing. Now you've got lots of people fishing, as you can imagine. Fishing was quite big in the area. Oh, you saw it, good. I wasn't sure if people could see it or not. Now if we were to go straight ahead, if we were to follow the road on, that would take us to Glenfinnan. I tried to get in there to see if I could get, looks more like a guard tower. It does though, actually, Cynthia, but I couldn't actually get into the car park, because the car park at Glenfinnan is it's a disaster. So at some point I will try and get a little signal test done there. I know there's a signal at the top, but I wanted to make sure I could walk you right down to the monument before I committed myself, because there's nothing worse than trying to do a tour when you haven't signal tested and it goes horribly wrong. Anyway, right, so I'm just giving you that's Fort William in the distance. We'll come back to that, and then Ben Nevis should be there. Unfortunately, Ben Nevis has decided to do what it usually does and hide under the clouds. Now, I took that picture yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, people. It's like, yeah, the fates are conspiring against us, but you can just see Ben Nevis in the background there. Honestly, you do see it sometimes. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I wanted you to know that I had definitely seen it yesterday. Now, so this is the Caledonian Canal, and you can just see the water coming through the canal is filling up this loch here. Right, isn't that beautiful? Right, I'm just going to walk along here, and then I'll take you out into the path, and I'll give you a bit of information. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's the power of the water just coming through. Yeah, I mean, Ben Nevis, to be fair, it's one of those ones that's always covered in hills. You've more chance of not seeing it than you have of actually seeing it. Right, it's a wee bit noisy here, so I'll wait till I get over, and then I'll have a wee chat. So we're in Corpach, for those who have just joined. If you scroll through the chat, you'll see some pictures I've posted with maps. There we go. Now here we are, just so you get your bearings. So we are, welcome to the Caledonian Canal, gateway to the Great Glen, Loch Ness, Orkney, Shetland and the North Sea. Right, now, just before I go on about the canal, I'm just going to straighten myself up. Oh my God, that was so funny, Sharon. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Oh, Hyacinth Bouquet, the lady of the house speaking. Right, I've just timed this well. Right, where, I don't know, can you see? I'm going to just zoom in. You see the lights flashing there? You can see them now. Right, for those of you who... Oh, I'm not even going to speak, I'm just going to let you see it. Are you ready for this? Tammy, you have no idea. Right, there we go, the Harry Potter train. As I was about to say, before I was rudely interrupted by the Harry Potter train, for those of you who like Harry Potter, this is a great place to come and see the Harry Potter train, the Hogwarts Express. You know? Right, so anyway, yeah, well, there you go. God, talk about good timing. Yeah, I'm feeling accomplished. Oh, that was good. Sorry, the gimbal's just... Oh, hello, gimbal. Come back, come back. What are you doing? It announced itself. Right, so the gimbal's just gone off on a wee wander. I'm just going to try and get it back round there. And I'm just going to bring you back down to normal so that you're not getting left feeling seasick. Right, now yesterday there was a big sort of cruise ship that goes all the way through. There's a cabin in the Harry Potter train. Yeah, I think the steam train was used, and there was a carriage that they used. Because I had an inquiry once, and they had actually hired the actual carriage, or something. It was very bizarre. And they had like little actors dressed up as Harry and Hermione and all that kind of thing. Yeah, but to be fair, I'm not a great Harry Potter fan. My daughter did try to make me watch it, and it was one afternoon, and we were into the third film, and at that point I was just like, please, just let me end it now. But yeah, I probably am more mature now, and I probably could watch it. Now, actually no, I like the lady, I like, what's her name? McGonagall, Professor McGonagall. Maggie Smith, she's brilliant. Now, the Caledonian Canal, right, which we're on, the Caledonian Canal connects Scotland from the east coast at Inverness, like I say, to the west coast at Corpach, where we are. And the canal was constructed in the early 19th century, so it was kind of started about 1822, and it took forever to complete because there was all sorts of delays and things. Now, Thomas Telford was the man behind the canal. He's the one. he's the man that, or the main engineer, the main architect of the canal. He also was very famous for bridge building and churches and things as well. So you will, at some point, if you're ever in Scotland, you will come across something that is connected to Thomas Telford. Now, the canal runs 60 miles from the northeast to the southwest, and at its highest point it reaches 106 feet above sea level. Now, what's 100? That's 32 metres above sea level. Yeah, and only a third of the canal, or only a third of the length, is actually man-made. Most of it is done using, it is humid, using natural bodies of water. Now, the Great Glen that we're in, it's a fault line, so it's a V-split fault line, and within that you've got Loch Linnhe. Oh, look at the rowan tree, I forgot about this, I'll show you. So here we've got Loch Linnhe, and you can see Fort William in the distance. Loch Linnhe is saltwater. Then the canal links to Loch Linnhe, which is freshwater, then to Loch Linnhe, freshwater, then to Loch Ness, freshwater, Loch Linnhe, freshwater, then it goes kind of out to the sea, a little bit of canal there, from there out to the sea. So yeah, most of it is used natural bodies of water, although Loch Linnhe, to be fair, they actually had to put a trench in because it was too shallow. Now there are actually 29 locks, including 8 in Neptune's staircase. So if we were to keep walking along the canal path, we'd eventually come to Neptune's staircase. It's probably about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, I don't know. Yes, exactly. That's the good thing about Scotland. We have got some great geology. So basically, if you look at a map of Scotland, at the bottom you've got the Southern Upland Fault. Then you've got the area between Edinburgh and Glasgow, so the sort of flat central belt bit. Then you've got the Highland Boundary Fault, so when you're at Stirling, you're looking at it. That's where the Highlands start. Then behind that, you've got the Great Glen Fault, and then at the top, you've got the Moyne Thrust. So when it comes to geology, Scotland is a great place to go and explore it, you know. And there you can see Fort William just in the distance, and Loch Linnhe leading out. So that leads out to the sea. Loch Linnhe, this loch here is also where the oh, somebody having a problem. Alex, when you joined, I said to scroll back, you would see some maps. It's because my maps aren't working. I can't get them to work. There's a glitch with the system when it comes to me and my maps. So if you scroll back through, in fact, actually, you know what? It's probably just easier if I do this. Don't worry, because I think I can. Did that work? Yep, there we go. Yay! I'm mastering the technology. Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you like in scenery. Yes, it really depends. So yeah, but anyway, hopefully I'm going to have to contact Hago and get them to actually have somebody speak to me on the phone, old school, because they keep sending me emails and I don't, because I'm severely dyslexic, so when they send me emails telling me how to do things, it's like, yeah. Anyway, Scotland does, yeah, and I'm not going to lie, and it's because I'm from Scotland. The views, no matter where you go, you've always got something to look at. Yeah, we are so lucky, and I don't know, it's just, we're kind of spoiled, you know, we're spoiled for choice. Well, yeah, I mean, and the trouble is, like, everywhere I go, I'm always thinking, oh, I'm in love with blah, and then the next, I go somewhere else and I'm in love with this place, so yeah. The funny thing, so yeah, so we've got a couple of locks here, and you can see this path. I know a lot of people would love to. They come and they just fall in love with the place. All right, okay. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know how many locks on the canal. 29, I think it was, and 8 of them are at Neptune's staircase, which is ahead of us. So we've got some here. The water's very clear, and I'm going to show you some more water in a minute. Oh, oh God, sorry, there's some wee boys at the top here. They're lovely, but they're just a menace. Hopefully they'll leave me alone. Oh, it's maybe not them. Oh, so I'm going to have to go cross country. Is there a passage for fish? Oh, I don't know. The water's flowing, so they'll be able to move when the. Oh, you're so gorgeous. You are. Sorry, there's a beautiful dog there. If we've got like a reservoir, then they put salmon ladders and stuff like that in. where the water's flowing here, so I'm pretty sure that the fish are able to do whatever they need to do. I mean, Loch Ness, I think it was like 2 years ago, there was an Essie sighting, and it turned out to be 3 seals that had actually swum up the river and into the loch. So yeah. Right, so we're just going down through some trees. You will be able to hear the water. You'll be able to hear it. And I'll let you see how clear it is. And I'm pretty sure it's water running off from the canal, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, all the lochs that are used in the canal, they have lots of rivers, streams, burns contributing to their water, which, like at the Loch Ness end, there's the River Ness and it runs out to the sea. Right. Hopefully you can hear it now. Nice path this one is. Wait till you see where I'm about to go. I'm wishing I had my wellies. Yeah, should have thought it through, but I didn't. Right. Okay, so we've got this nice wee bridge, and I'll just let you see. That's it running out into Loch Linnhe. Okay, and I'll just bring you round, just so I can let you see. How clear it is. It's a beautiful sound, very peaceful. Isn't that gorgeous? I know. I'll bring you back at the end when I'm walking out, and you can have a little listen to it before I let you go. Right, so we've got lots of brambles. Oh, sorry. So these are raspberries. We've got some raspberries up here. Let me see. They're not doing too well. In fact, there's one little bit of a raspberry, and there's some up there. And then the other thing we have is the brambles, which are these things down here. Now, brambles look like black raspberries. I have forgotten what they're called in English. Can somebody... What is a... Yeah, wild raspberries. What is a bramble when it comes to non-Scottish countries? Blackberries. Thank you, Helen. I couldn't remember earlier. It was driving me insane. I'm like, God. So, yeah, brambles. You remember them as a child. You'd go, you'd pick them, you'd eat them, you'd go home. Your mum was like, have you been eating the brambles? No. And you're stained with the juices. Oh. Right. Oh. Raspberries on one side, brambles on the other. Get ripped to bits. Hold on. That was something grabbing my wire. Oh, I'm stuck. My poor scarf. What a state. Oh, right. That moment when you're hoping what you've just stood in is mud. Look at that. Yeah, I love raspberries. We're very, very lucky. I'm just going to come along a little bit so I can show you where the water's coming out, and then I'll turn around and let you get the boat. So this is obviously a pebble beach, you can see that. We do have some beautiful sandy ones as well. Isn't that gorgeous? I know, Tiffany, it's funny, isn't it? You do. Yes, Bay Willow Herb. Somebody asked. Yeah, it's Bay Willow Herb. Sorry, I forgot to. Yeah, you're going to have to be good at Photoshop people to. Oh no, actually, I think they're heading off. Right, I'm just going to. Now, remember yesterday? I told you I took a picture. Here it is. This is what it looked like yesterday when the tide was out. And this is what it looks like today because the tide is in and it's raining ahead of us. I'm going to step over stuff, so I'm not looking at the screen, so if it goes a bit wobbly, I apologise. It's just I don't want to fall over. So watch where I'm putting my feet. How's that? Oh, you did a sketch of it a while ago. Oh, nice. So basically, this is a shipwreck. It's the MV Dayspring. It was built in 1975, and she was an old fishing vessel that was moored at Loch Linnhe Pier in 2001. And there was unfortunately, it was a really big storm in 2011, and it caused the chains to fail. And then she ended up running aground and has been here ever since. So she's quite a well photographed old lady. Sorry, I'm just going to have to scroll back. I missed a question there, sorry. Oh, you've got wild berries. Excellent. Oh, nice. Aye. So, yeah, it's a beautiful image. I will go around the front so you can see the front of it as well. I just wanted to make sure everybody could get postcards. I'll walk forward a little bit and then I might come back up. What do you think? Yeah. It is lovely, isn't it? I mean, it's definitely seen better days. You know, it's looking a bit worse for wear. Right, I'm going to go cross country. I'll wait and I'll come up here. Sorry, it's just trying to work your way through the seaweed and stuff. Ooh, it's slippy. Sorry. Right. Now we're still getting her all in. Come back a bit more. There. Beautiful. Hi, Pennsylvania. We're just having a little... I'm just going to turn you back because the clouds are doing some beautiful things. I think you might like to see that. Just the sun is peeking through. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, sorry, I missed your quick. Right, hold on. It is beautiful. I'm just going to bring you back around and move forward so I can show you back the way. Yeah, no, it's the kind of the first thing that appears after there's been a fire, and it's an ancient plant. It's been around for a long time. Like they find seeds of it and things when they're doing archaeology and that. So, right. Right, so just ahead of us should be Ben Nevis. Now remember, it was there yesterday. Venomous Mountain, or Mountain Venomous. 4,413 feet. Basically, Ben Nevis was an enormous volcano that exploded and then kind of collapsed in on itself millions of years ago. The peak attracts about 125,000 walkers every year. Walking in Scotland and walking in Scotland's Munros, you have to be careful because they are dangerous and you should take proper precautions. It's amazing the number of people that try and climb Ben Nevis wearing like flip-flops and that kind of thing. You know, they go up in shorts and t-shirt and they don't have any other layers to put on. Mind-blowing. Yeah, so there is actually a Ben Nevis visitor centre and it's actually a really good source of information if you are coming to Scotland and you want to climb Ben Nevis. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. Super foggy and craggy, yeah. Sorry, did I miss something again? Yeah, Craig in the Highlands. Craig does all the hill walking and that kind of thing. And he takes you to some beautiful locations. Absolutely stunning. So Craig, I think it's just Craig in the Highlands, is it? Can somebody post his link? Because he is one. He doesn't do tours a lot, but when he does, they're really worth it. They generally are short notice though, so bear that in mind, because what he's doing is very much dependent on the weather. So because he's going up into the hills, he can't just go, right, I'm going to do it on Tuesday, like me, and go out in the rain, because that's dangerous. Whereas me, I can get wet and dry off again. I'm not going to fall down the side of a mountain, you know what I mean? So it makes much more sense for him to do things at short notice. So if you follow him, it's a great way to keep track of what he's doing. It's like stalking him. Yes. Right, anyway. Yeah, so we're just about to finish. I'm going to take you back to where the water was flowing. Just look at that. Look at that sky. Yeah. So, yeah. If you, for the people that are new, that if you're still here, if you put signs up. No, well they do, but nobody reads them. It's just like, I was at Clavacairns the other week there, and somebody had taken the burial cairn stones, 4,000 years old, and stacked them on top of each other in a little tower. And it says, please do not climb or disrupt the stones, you know. People are mad. So yeah. And people think they're invincible, you know. They think, oh, it won't happen to me. And quite clearly, it can, and it does. But yeah, if you're new to Hago, and you like the particular guide, the way they do the things, you can actually follow them, and then whenever they put new tours on and things, you'll get notified, and that way you don't miss anything if you get the chance. So yes, just heading through the bushes again. Oh, there's a raspberry. There's some raspberries there. If you're hiding at the back, little raspberry. So we've got raspberries on this side and brambles on the other. It's a bit of a gauntlet. Which one's going to get you? And this, I think, is broom. It's like it's yellow flowers, looks a bit like gorse, but it's not as violent. Doesn't have great big spines. Right. Just bear with me while I get through this, and then I'll let you see the water again. There. Oh, look at that mud. Yuck. Right. Ow. There. Nearly there. Yay. Alright. The bramble gauntlet, I know. So I'm just getting the mud off my bottoms. There. Oh. Thank you everyone that came along. I hope you enjoyed it. Are there snakes? There are adders. I've never seen one. But yes, we do have snakes. Adders, they can bite you. It's not comfortable. Most people are okay, unless you've got an allergy. It's just common sense. But to be fair, I've never seen one. Craig probably has, because of where he works, you know, and where he's situated. But I thankfully haven't seen one. So yeah, I'm quite pleased about that. I mean, I've seen like the toads and stuff. We have no natural predators here anymore. Well, we've got foxes and things, but we've nothing big. So yeah, and the next thing to that is like snakes. We're fine. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. It was just meant to be a nice little walk. I'm glad the train went past. That was fun. I did that on purpose. I timed that well. Yeah, I had a tour this morning, but I had to cancel it because the charger wire on the gimbal stopped working. So I couldn't get, the supermarket didn't open till 8, and that's when the tour started. And I was like, oh, I don't know what it is. Every time I put a tour on at 8 o'clock, something goes wrong. Jeez, oh, one of these days I'll get to do it. Anyway, right, it was lovely to see you all. And remember, if you like it, follow me, and I will hopefully see you on something else. Okay? Right, bye.